Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, I just recorded this entire video and realized I wasn't even recording at all, so any likes will be greatly appreciated. This is the actually the third time I am attempting to record this video. I have some cool stuff to share with you guys today. One of the first things I want to show you is this is from at Ripple Panda XRP, put together this image, and this is from David Schwartz. So someone asked, how does PolySign plan on solving current issues with digital assets? David Schwartz replies, I really wish I could tell you because it's so freaking cool, but I'm under a non-disclosure agreement and I am not allowed to tell you. Man, if that was not one of the most bullish statements I've ever heard, right? When there are NDAs and they can't talk about it, that's basically all I need to know something absolutely crazy is going on in the background. Now, yesterday, if you guys watched my video, I hope you did. It's this video, most recent video on the YouTube channel. We talked about Ben Goertzel and SingularityNET, and I found this clip from @HODLstyle on SingularityNET from Ben Goertzel when he was on London Real, and I'm going to play this for you guys because it is insane. So just hold tight 1 second.
In a way that is not...
They are, okay. And you like blockchain for your stuff because it's public. It's
yeah,
open.
I mean, I think for SingularityNET, what I want is to have the world's AI developed in a way that is not controlled by any single party. So then anyone creates an AI, they can put it out there on the internet, put it on their own server, put it on a server farm, put it on their phone, whatever it is. Anyone can put their AI out there, and then these different AIs, you know, they can all talk to each other, they can outsource work to each other, they can share data. If someone needs some AI task done, they can put a request into this peer-to-peer AI network and find someone who can do what they want. But there doesn't need to be an Amazon or Google or Tencent or any central controller supervening over it, any more than there's a central controller over every computer in the internet, right? There isn't, right? So that's SingularityNET platform enables this sort of decentralized AI network, and blockchain is a key part of the infrastructure that allows that, because blockchain allows a bunch of participants in a network to make decisions about operations of the network, like is a certain transaction valid or not,
right? Is
a certain person who they say they are. It allows the community of participants in the network to decide that in a communal way based on the majority vote, rather than needing like one central controller who validates the validity of things happening in the network.
Guys, that is pretty interesting. So decentralized AI, again, we talked about all of this on yesterday's video. Now I'm bringing this up because this video didn't get that many views, but guys, this was packed full of information. So if you didn't see it, I highly recommend you watch it. You will at the very least learn a ton. This video is not meant to shill you on any type of altcoin. It is meant to educate you on a crazy project that is going on in the crypto space. And if I can name another project other than AGI, I would say also look at Decentraland. I want to make a video for Decentraland. Decentraland is another one of those crazy projects. I'll probably be doing a video on it sometime. I mean, there's really no rush, but I definitely like following SingularityNET and Decentraland. I think they're two of probably the most interesting projects in crypto. Now we have South Korean giant to begin crypto custody for institutional investors. So if you thought it was just US banks that are going to offer custodial crypto services to customers, it is not. South Korea is joining in on that bandwagon, and the US government says it's building a virtually unhackable quantum internet, which is interesting because we know that quantum computing is here. I think a couple companies have come out with it, but I think, don't quote me on this, guys, because I'm honestly not too deep into researching the quantum stuff yet. It's on my list, but I'm not currently like analyzing it every day. So I know that there is a quantum computer. I think it was released by Google, and it completed a problem very quickly, like a computational problem, and it completed it, and I think it was like a couple minutes. It might have even been a couple seconds. And you know, it's solving that problem in that amount of time frame. Our best computer on the market right now that we have access to would take 10,000 years. It was like 1,000 or 10,000. Anyway, it would take a lot of years for the computer to solve the problem, but it took the quantum computer less than a day. Again, I think it was seconds or minutes. So if that doesn't show you the neck break speed that we are moving here, I don't know what will. This is technology that I can't even wrap my mind around. This is very mind-bending technology. So let's just go into a little bit about what they say. What if there was a quantum internet that came with a promise of being virtually unhackable? That's precisely what the U.S. Department of Energy has said is to be built to usher in a new era of communications and push the U.S. to the forefront of the global quantum race. So, global quantum race, guys. There is in my opinion, we are in the midst of a tech cold war that has been ongoing for a number of years now. Is China winning? Is the U.S. winning? Who knows? I'm sure each country is, letting on less than what they actually have. But I would say, almost globally, every country is kind of in, or at least the top countries are basically in a cold tech war. And it is a brutal fight to the top. What's more, the DOE announced during a July 23rd press conference a working prototype is expected to be completed within the next 10 years. Now, I bet they're a lot sooner than this, right? If Google already has a quantum computer that is doing 10,000 years worth of work in a matter of minutes, I'm sure that they already have this unhackable internet, and they could implement it a lot sooner than 10 years, right? It's all about having a catalyst to usher things in, just like we were all waiting on, cryptos going up, and what is the dollar going digital, and what is the catalyst for that? It has been the beer flu, right? So the beer flu is the catalyst for the digital dollar and going digital, and a cyber attack could be the catalyst for a unhackable quantum internet. Remember, everything has to happen because of something, a problem, reaction, solution. Now, Bitcoin deemed money under DC Financial Services, so this is awesome, guys. Bitcoin finally being looked at as money, and this is all the stuff going on behind the scenes, right? While the mainstream media is promoting riots and is promoting a beer disease and is promoting, just a bunch of low energy, low vibration type things, this is what's happening in the background. This is where the money is moving. This is what is happening that they are not telling you about, while they put, the dumb stuff in front of the masses' faces, in front of the faces of the sheep. This is what this is what they are doing in the background, right? Don't watch their mouths, watch their pockets, watch their money. If you guys like daily cryptocurrency videos where we cover Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space to try to keep everybody up to date, join the digital investor family by subscribing to the channel. Again, if you guys didn't watch yesterday's video, go watch it. It is packed full of info. I do not think you will be disappointed. Again, for the amount of views that this thing has, about 1,000 views, and the amount of good feedback I've gotten on it, people really seem to enjoy that video. So go check it out. It is lengthy. It's 47 minutes long. So just block out some time. Maybe listen to it on like 2x speed, and just try to absorb some information. Crypto market for today is on the up. Bitcoin is at 9,900. Ethereum at almost 310. That's going on up. XRP is at 21.7 cents. And let me tell you, it is great to have XRP sitting above 21 cents. I believe we're also above one of our major moving averages. Don't quote me because I don't have a chart in front of me, but I believe it is the 200 MA. Cardano is sitting at 14.5 cents. Chainlink at 739. Chainlink is actually one of the few coins that is pulling back today, with the rest of the market rallying upwards. EOS at 271. Stellar just under 9 cents. Vechain at 1.7. The crypto market is looking fiercely strong today, and our fear and greed index is 55. Now, I would like to move on to something a little different that we haven't really talked about on the channel before. We talked about it a couple times, but we're going to talk about sudden wealth syndrome. We're also going to talk about, how to come out of the other end of this crypto thing without losing your money, right? A lot of YouTubers and a lot of people in crypto Twitter and all this stuff, they talk about we're going to become the new 1%, right? You're going to be the new 1% if you're buying XRP or you're buying VET, or, basically that the new 1% is going to emerge from people who are investing in digital assets. Now, true, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of millionaires and billionaires, actually definitely some trillionaires made because of crypto, and this will be new money. But most people are not going to, let's say you actually do become the new 1%. most people are not going to stay the 1%, and most of them are not going to stay it for very long at all, because most people are coming into crypto with a lottery ticket mentality, and most people already have bad habits, right? They're coming into crypto, they're on set to make a lot of money because they've picked an asset class that will make them a lot of money, but they're coming in here with bad habits. They're financially illiterate. They don't know anything about investing. This might be the first thing they're investing into. They don't know anything about budgeting and saving. They don't know anything about holding on to wealth. How is money made? How do you make money grow while you sleep? How do you accumulate money? How does money breathe? How does it work? How does it operate? People who have basically a low financial IQ, and your financial IQ is easy to raise. All you have to do is just study money. Study money through history. Study how it's been accumulated. Study the people who have made a lot of money. How did people make their fortunes? How have people held on to their fortunes? The information is there, right? We're here investing in the internet of value, but the internet of information is already here, and it's called the internet. All right, that's already been enabled. The playing field has already been leveled for information. That's how we're on this video now. That's how we've come into these investments. That's how we found digital assets, because the playing field for information has been leveled, and now what is about to be leveled is the internet of value, right? The movement of things, the movement of value. This is the fourth industrial revolution, as I've told you guys in a previous video. That is what we're moving into. That is what we are in the midst of. Just nobody really knows that, right? Nobody really knows what's going on. People are all caught up over beer disease and riots and things like that, and they don't see what's really happening. So let's get back on topic. Sudden wealth syndrome, what is it? Sudden wealth syndrome is a type of distress that afflicts individuals who suddenly come into large sums of money. Becoming suddenly wealthy can cause people to make decisions they might not have made otherwise. Sudden wealth syndrome symptoms include feeling isolated from former friends, feeling guilty about their good fortune, and extreme fear of losing their money, right? So sudden wealth syndrome, you come across a bunch of money and your emotions get all out of whack. Well, on this video, I want to teach you guys how to not get your emotions out of whack. Now, the way that we can do this is with something called forward thinking. You could also call this planning. And this might sound really boring, but trust me, guys, the boring stuff is how you make wealth, right? There's nothing is fun about learning how to make money and learning how to accumulate wealth, right? There's not going to be a massive dopamine hit you get, right? You could shut off this video and you could go to Twitter, or you could stay on this video and you could learn how to hold on to the wealth that you are about to make. And guys, let me just be clear. I'm not predicting prices to go up. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I believe that crypto is going to make a lot of people a lot of money, right? I myself have positions in crypto. I've started a crypto YouTube channel. All right, so I believe in this class. So in my mind, with my investments, I believe this to go up. That might not be the case for you, right? You might have different beliefs than me, but I believe crypto as a whole is going up. So therefore, that is what everything is stemming from. If you believe crypto is going up, then this is going to prove pretty valid for you. All right, so there's a few things that we need, and these are some things that you've heard before, but I want to just touch on them because you need them. But we're going to get into the more interesting stuff. The first thing you need is a trading/investing plan, right? Now, I am more of a investor, so I don't really do too much trading, but you need a trading or investing plan. Whatever wherever you fall, whether you're more of a trader and you're locking in profits, or whether you're more of a, let's say you're more value investing and you're looking for the undervalued altcoins, it doesn't matter. You need to have your trading investing plan. You need to know when you're buying, you need to know what coins you're buying, and you need to know why you're buying those coins, right? And most of you have this, right? Most of you already have this. If you're watching this video, you've been participating in the Bitcoin bear market, you probably have this made by now. The next thing that you need, that you also probably have, and this is boring again, but we need to reiterate this because we need to tie all this together for it to make sense, is you need to have a exit plan, right? So you're investing now, but when are you going to exit these cryptocurrencies? So this circle is your investing plan, this circle is your exit plan, right? When are you going to sell? How much are you going to sell? Here's an example. Let's say you hold XRP. So here's your holdings of XRP. And let's say you break them down into 5% increments. And let's say you want to sell 15% of your stack. So you have 5, totaling for 15. And you want to sell 5%. Let's say you're going to sell your first 5% at $10. You're going to sell your second 5% at 15. And you're going to send sell your third 5% at, let's say, 25. And these aren't price predictions, and these aren't what I'm doing, and these aren't what you should do. You should come to your own conclusions. But for the sake of example, you're selling, let's say you want to sell 50% of your XRP stack, you sell it in 5% increments at 10, 15, and 25. Now, I'm not doing the math on that, but let's say that came out to $300,000, right? Just for sake of example. Well, you sold all this, you stuck to your plan, you had your investing plan, you bought XRP, you have your exit plan, you've now sold XRP, and now you've made $300,000. Now, if that's the end of the road for you, right? You haven't done any more planning, and we've gotten to this point, you have failed. I'm sorry, but you have failed. And I will add on to that, you are on track to completely losing this 300,000. That's right, you are on track, because if you don't know where this 300,000 is going, if you don't know what you're going to do with it, let me tell you, you are going to get very comfortable, especially if you've never seen this kind of money before. Oh man, you're going to be sitting up on the couch with your Gucci flip-flops, just watching TV, right? Very comfortable. You might quit your job even. You might stop working as hard. Income might go down because you have so much cash in the bank, right? Comfort is a killer. You might be thinking, oh, that's not going to happen to me. You know, you're speaking to the sheep. Listen, I'm not speaking to the sheep right now. I'm speaking to the average person right now. I'm speaking to me and you. I'm speaking to people who probably have not made a ton of money before, who have never experienced making a ton of wealth. And I'm trying to help you so that you don't squander this wealth, because if this is sitting in your bank, you know, maybe you go out and you buy that car, or maybe you go out and you buy that mansion, right? A lot of people talk about that. Oh, I can't wait till crypto goes up because I'm going to get my G-Wagon. Or I can't wait till crypto goes up because I'm going to get my house. So all these things are stupid. And I'll explain to you why they're stupid. And we're going to go into what you need next. So your trading investing plan and your exit plan, right? Most people have this. What most people don't have is a plan of what they're doing with their cash out money. Now, you can call this whatever you want. You know, what is your reinvestment plan? What is, you know, call it whatever you want. But the point is, when you cash out all of your crypto, what is that money going to do? What are you going to do with it? And if you don't know what you're going to do with it, that's fine, but put a fire under your butt right now and figure it out now, not when you already have it, because when you already have it, you are going to be emotional when this happens. You need to figure it out now. I'm serious, okay? Now, you might be asking, how do I figure that out? There's a very, very easy way to figure that out. Let me just get rid of this. Once you make all your money, let's say you cashed out, and you cashed out for $500,000 total out of all your investments. You made 500K. Hey, I know that this drawing looks horrendous, but you guys get the point. So let's say you cashed out with 500K. Where is this money going to plug into, right? Right now, you don't know. So how do you know what it is that this money needs to plug into? How do you know what to do with it? The best way to do this is to identify your needs, things you need, not things you want, right? We're not starting off with a car. We're not starting off with a house, right? Most people will say, you know, I'm going to buy a big house, right? So let's say you do that, right? Let's say you took this 500K, and let's say you went and you bought a 3,000 square foot house on an acre of land, right? You now have a 3,000 square foot house on an acre of land, and your house has absolutely no use case, right? And most people when they're going out and they're buying property and buying real estate, they do buy things that have no use case. If you have a house that's on a quarter of an acre, a half an acre, or even an acre, I mean, an acre is better than nothing, but let's just stick with if you have a house on a quarter of an acre, and especially if you have a big house on a quarter of an acre, because you could afford that house you live in, your house has no use case. The only use case of your house is the house that you live in that has a lot of nice fancy things in it that make it expensive, but it has no use case. Your house is actually worthless. Like you could live in a house half the size of what it is, get rid of all the keeping up with the Joneses garbage, and that's all you have. All you have is a space in which to live, which is not much of a use case, especially when you guys are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a place to live on a quarter acre of land, right? Because what can you really do on a quarter acre of land? You can't do much. You can't really have a big garden, especially if you have a big family. Let's say you have 5 or 6 people in your family. I don't think it's going to really be possible for you to, let's say, you know, produce enough food on your land to feed your family, because when crypto goes up, that's going to affect other things as well, right? When crypto goes up and you have millions of dollars, what do you think is going to happen to the prices of other things? What's going to happen to the price of food? We know that food shortages are coming. We know this. We know that the price of milk and the price of eggs are going to go up. So what is one thing that you might need after all this is done? Well, one thing that I'm going to need, and one thing that you definitely need, whether you know it or not, is going to be land. And let's switch the color here just so that we can, you know, differentiate. You might need land, right? And you might need land because land is going to facilitate the other things that you need, right? So why do you need land? Well, you need land so that you can actually have a garden, right? a garden. Maybe you need some chickens, right? For eggs, if chickens are becoming $10 a dozen, but you can get a chicken that lays a egg per day. You know, there's some breeds out there of chickens that lay an egg almost a day or almost every other day. You could substantially cut out your grocery costs, right? You could be eating for free. You could sell these eggs at a profit. And I might be thinking, well, I don't need to sell chicken eggs, and you know, I don't even need to do anything after my crypto goes up because I'm going to be fine. I'm going to have all this money. I mean, you do you. If your financial journey begins and ends at crypto, then go for it. You know, that's awesome. Crypto for me is just the beginning. Crypto is going to enable the entire scope, the entire trajectory of the rest of my life. And if you guys are just thinking this in terms of you're going to make a ton of money in crypto and then retire, then this video probably isn't for you, right? This is for an individual who is looking to achieve a lot more, right? Looking to use crypto to enable them to do, you know, what they're really called to. So things you need are, you know, you're going to need land, you're going to need a garden, you're going to need chickens. And if you guys think this is ridiculous, you know, food is going to get a lot more expensive and food shortages are coming. A resource on this for those of you guys who, you know, might think I'm crazy or this is going right over your head, go search up on YouTube Ice Age Farmer. The way how I document crypto news, Ice Age Farmer documents what's happening with food and everything like that. There is a food shortage coming, and you should be prepared for it. So you need your land, you need your garden, you need your chicks, right? Maybe you need some food stockpiled, right? So maybe you have, I don't know, it's like some dehydrated food, right? For just in case. Again, this is just in case. If you believe that our economy is fragile and that our supply chain is fragile, and you know you believe in XRP because it needs the liquidity in the markets, and you believe in Bitcoin because we need a store of value, why do you also not believe that our supply chain for food is not also just as easily fragile? Let me tell you something. It is fragile, and it's going to be affected. Okay, it is 100% going to be affected. So you might need some food stockpile, you might need some water. What are some other things, right? What are other things you need? Well, there's a lot of people who believe, including, you know, if you guys look at the new Judy Shelton stuff, you know, she just got admitted into some board somewhere. I forget what it was called, but Judy Shelton, she believes, at least is an advocate for a gold standard, and probably having a digital currency backed by gold. So you might be a good idea to buy some gold. Now, what else is another good precious metal is silver. And what do we know right now? Right now, the difference between gold and silver is at an alarming rate. It takes so many silver bars to buy a bar of gold, but it won't always be like this. Eventually, silver will catch up, and it will take a lot less silver bars to buy gold. So if you buy silver now, when you sell into gold, you would have a lot more gold, and then you could sell back into silver and have a lot more silver. And it's a very easy trade to do. A lot of people do this trade where they're exchanging between metals, and you accumulate metals over time. But listen, guys, listen. You are getting your needs. What do you need? These are things that I have put in my head that I need. I don't need a Porsche. I don't need a Lambo. What I do need is land, right? And I don't need a 5,000 square foot house on a quarter acre, right? I need land that's maybe 20 to 30 acres. I want some streams running through it. I want a pond that I can fish on. I want a garden. I want some livestock. So it's self-sustaining, self-sufficient. Maybe get some permaculture type stuff going on. And I could live for free, right? I could have all my crypto, all that money. I could even be getting staking rewards while I'm living for free and actually turning a profit on your land, right? What's on your land? Do you have resources on your land? Do you have a garden? Do you have livestock? Do you have timber? Do you have a pond? If all you have is your four walls, your 5,000 square foot house, your shiny car on a quarter of acre, you have been duped. You have been duped, especially mansions. For those of you guys looking to buy mansions, at least buy a mansion with a lot of land. Please buy something with a use case. If you're investing in use case cryptos, you should also invest into other things in the real world that also have use cases. Now, what is the similarity with all of this here, right? What does all of this stuff have in common? All of this stuff has something in common, and that is that these are all resources. All of these are resources, right? That's what all these are. That's what you need to accumulate is resources. Just as we accumulate cryptos, after crypto, you should be accumulating resources. Now, of course, there will also be stocks and things like that, other things that go on sale. But what are the things you need? At the end of the day, you don't need stocks. You don't need cars, right? You should get this stuff first because this is how you live. This is how you're going to live, right? You need a place to live on your land. You need food to eat from your garden. You need to get, you know, I put chickens, but any type of livestock. Have some food on hand. Have some water on hand. Some gold and silver because that's real money. Also, guys, if I could add oil. right? Now everybody's saying, oh, oil's worthless, it's stupid, we're moving to Tesla and we're moving to electric vehicles. But let me ask you, what car do you drive? And what does it run on right now? Right now it runs on oil, it runs on gas, it runs on diesel. So the reality that we live in right now is that most people do not have electric vehicles. So if you need some oil, it might not be a bad idea to go out and get some on stock, on hand. Also some cash, right? Cash could be very good. And everybody say, why do we need cash? We're going into a digital society. Yeah, that's true, but we're not in there right yet. We're not in completely digital, completely cashless right yet. So it might not be a bad idea to have some cash should you need it, right? Just like it might not be a bad idea to have some bullets. Bullets are going to be like currency, right? Bullets are going to be a great store of trade. What about liquor, right? You have alcohol, liquor, vodka. This is going to be great things because remember, guys, when cryptos are going up and we're getting rich, the rest of the world isn't getting rich. The rest of the world is being plunged into poverty, right? Most people are not buying crypto, and if you're buying crypto, you believe that the stock market is going to plummet. Everything is overvalued, and crypto is basically going to be here to save us. So it's not going to be a good look when you're bragging to your friends about the hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars that you have, and they're struggling to put food on the plate for their kids, right? And during those types of times, liquor, alcohol, those types of things is what people want to get their hands on. Also cigarettes. People are going to love to be smoking when they're stressed out of their minds. These are good things to have for barter, for trade, and these are also good things to have, not liquor and cigarettes, but the rest of this is good things to have for your own livelihood so you can take care of yourself. Again, if you think that the crypto market is not the crypto market, but if you think the economy is unstable, that the dollar is on the verge of collapse, why wouldn't everything else be on the verge of collapse, right? The supply chain for food, the supply chain for your very way of life is extremely fragile. This goes way beyond crypto. But anyways, guys, the whole point is to accumulate resources. That's what this game is all about. Now, so if you take your money here, if you take your 500K and you put it into resources, you will fare well. You will fare much more well, and you will actually, if you do want to become the 1%, you will probably become the new 1%. However, if you take this 500K here and you decide to buy liabilities, right? Liabilities. You guys get the point? Liabilities. And liabilities could be cars, mansions. That is not it. You guys get the point. I'm just trying to rush this because, I don't want to bore you guys with the drawing. But, cars, mansions, yacht parties. You want to take a trip to Miami every weekend. All this, YOLOing stuff. Go for it. I'm going to accumulate your money off you, right? I'm going to be the guy who sells you a Lamborghini. I'm going to be the guy who sells you this mansion. I'm going to be the guy that hosts this yacht party, and I'm going to charge you out of your ass for a ticket. All of this stuff is wealth extraction. All of this stuff is designed to get money out of your pocket. It's designed to get people who come onto a lot of money to put it back into the system through cars, through mansions, through yachts, through things that do not matter. Here's what matters. The only thing that matters in this world. Let me tell you something, guys. Land is the only thing that God is not making more of. It's the only thing. You know what else God isn't making more of? Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. There's only so much land on this earth. So the whole point, sudden wealth syndrome is coming. It's going to be a very real problem for a lot of people. You have your trading plan. You have your exit plan. What is your reinvesting plan? What does it look like? And the way you find it out, identify what you need, identify your needs, and buy all of your needs first. All the money goes into your needs first. Then, and only then, if you have more left over, maybe go splurge and get a car. Maybe go buy that house on the beach. Maybe go on a yacht party if your needs are met. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, guys, I want to put this out because my goal is to help you. My goal is to, it's not my goal. I want you guys to become rich. I think cryptocurrency is the vehicle that will make us rich and allow us to accumulate wealth at a pace that has never before been seen before, right? This is the quantum wealth transfer, possibly the greatest wealth transfer that we've ever seen in the history of mankind, if all of this stuff actually comes to fruition. And I want you to be rich because right now a lot of the money is held by a small percentage of people, and we need that money more dispersed in the hands of good people. Because again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, money is power. If you don't understand how money is power, you need to research it. Money is power because when you have money, you can support the charities you want to support. You can start businesses that are going to shape the world you want to shape it. You can support organizations through money. You could support research into certain things, right? Money is power because you can fun things. So it's very important that you keep your money, right? If you want to be the new 1%, then it's very important that you start making moves like the 1%. The very first being you need a plan. With that said, guys, I had a lot of fun making this video. I do like talking about things like this. If you like this video and you want more like this, I want to do stuff that other people don't really do on YouTube to not only differentiate myself, but again, I want you guys to make money, and I want you to be able to keep it. It would really break my heart if you guys made a ton of money, completely change your life, and then completely mess it up because you just weren't financially literate. This is not stuff you learned in school, so you have to take it upon yourself to do the research and learn these types of things because you did not learn this in school. So do it. Otherwise, unfortunately I will see you on like a TV show, just like they have those TV shows now of the lottery winners who go broke. I guarantee you there's going to be a TV show probably in the future of crypto holders who made massive amounts of wealth and went broke. And you don't want to be that person. Guys, I think the entire market overall is setting up for something great. I think we are on the cusp of probably the greatest wealth transfer in human history. And I'm not trying to blow smoke. I'm not trying to blow steam. That is the reason why I am in this space. That is the reason why I've started this channel. That is the reason why I've invested so heavily into crypto assets, because I believe that this is the future. We are getting confirmations on a daily basis with things like this: Bitcoin deemed as money, South Korea doing custodial services for institutions. We are seeing it happen right before our eyes. I think we are in the right place at the right time, guys. I really believe that we are in the right place at the right time. And I think it's all going to work out. Make sure you do what you have to do on your end. Do your planning. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop it a like. I would really appreciate likes and comments on this video. Let's see if we can get this to 100 likes, and I'll see you all on the next one. Also, if you guys would like to chat with me, link to the Discord is in the description below. You can come and chat with us. With that said, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all on the next one.